Hey, good morning, guys. It's now day 6 of the Bottom to Top project, and it's around 10:45 a.m. I'm out here at the DOM, which is the Veterans Assistance Facility that I was at the other day. I've got an appointment here in a few minutes to talk to a counselor about housing options. I'm moving into Phase 2 from Phase 1, and if I haven't described that thoroughly yet, let me do that. Phase 1 was basic survival mode. It was being thrown to the wolves without a plan. Just to put yourself in a position where you'd be able to feel some of the things that would face you on a day-to-day basis out here. And basically those things were get money so you can eat, figure out where you're going to stay at night without getting in trouble, and staying warm. Money, food, warmth, shelter. That was all I thought about for 5 days. Very basic mindset. Very basic survival. And a thought occurred to me on my way out here this morning. It was quiet. The silence was ear-shattering. Now, anybody that knows me, has ridden with me anywhere, knows that I love music. I listen to music constantly, if I can, Definitely if I'm in the vehicle, music is playing. Guys, I haven't heard music this is day 6. I haven't heard music at all since I started this project. And the thought occurred to me, it's because of the mindset I was in. I was in just basic survival mode. Moving on into Phase 2, I want to change that. Now would be a good time to mention that a friend hit me up the other day, very good friend of mine, on Facebook, and said, Rich, it's great that you have this dedication, this motivation, and this positivity to you or whatever to be able to push forward. But a lot of people in the streets and in your position and in worse off positions, they don't have that mentality. They don't have that desire. They don't have that drive. She's absolutely right. Heather, you're a very smart, very talented, very beautiful woman. She's absolutely right. Matter of fact, that was confirmed last night through an encounter I had with a guy by the name of Will. You'll meet him. He agreed to do an interview with us, which is cool. I'm working my way up, I guess. He basically told me, his circumstance, his story. I'll let him tell you his story. It's not mine to tell. But he basically told me that he gave up. And that's the problem that faces a lot of these people that aren't dealing with, the drug addictions or the alcohol abuse or mental instability, problems. Other than that, it's usually they give up. Something happens in their life and they just fold. And that's kind of what happened to him. And that'll be an interesting story. But before this update gets too long, because I got to get in here and talk with this counselor, I just want to let you know, moving into Phase 2, we're going to start exploring how to get out of our basic survival mindset. That's my goal right now. I had to make a command decision. I could stay in that basic survival mindset for years. I've talked to people, Will being one of them. Will's been on the street now 6 years. 6 years. Jesse, another acquaintance that I've made, 12 years. I mean, that's a long time to be on the streets. And I'm not judging them. But I had to make a command decision. I can't allow myself to sit in a place and do nothing. So it's time to push to Phase 2 and start facing some of the issues head on, dealing with them one at a time, one goal at a time, conquering one goal at a time. Real quick, I'll tell you, 2 days ago, I had $1 left to my name. 4 quarters. Wasn't even in dollar form. It was 4 quarters. That's all the money I had in my name. And I gave that away. I got hit up. You'd never believe it. A guy come walking through the parking lot and told me that, he needed a buck. He was shy $1 of being able to buy his baby diapers. I gave it to him. I can't begin to express to you what it feels like to be down to a single dollar to your name. So I won't even try to tell you how it felt to give that single dollar up. But I gave it to him. And a couple days later, I seen that guy in another parking lot doing the same thing, and then it occurred to me, okay, this is his hustle. This is what he does. This is how he makes money. But I didn't have $1 left. And so my only focus, my main priority became make money and make it as fast, as legal, gotta stay safe, as possible. But make money. Do anything you can. Chop wood, collect cans, shovel snow, go to the blood bank. Anything you can do. Make money. I will tell you that I filled my tank. It was like $70. $68. I filled my tank just now, and I have a few bucks left. Some change. I'm showing you that because that's pushing me into phase 2. That accomplishment lets me know that phase 2 is attainable. That I need to get out of this basic form of survival that I've been living in, existing in for the past 5 days, and I need to go conquer something more. It's time to break the pattern that I've been in for the past 5 days now, while I have the mental capacity to do it. Now, while I have the drive to do it. Now, before I lose myself, And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying 5 days is going to break me. Not even close. I'm a pretty tough dude. I've got a pretty strong mind. I've got a capable back. I've got two great feet to get me around. I got capable hands. You're not going to break me, But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to establish that it's important for people to, as soon as something happens, assess the situation. Give yourself some time to collect your thoughts, formulate some sort of a plan, and execute it. Attack. With everything you've got, attack. And that's what I'm doing. So I mentioned before that book that I'm reading, The Pathfinder. I mentioned that I'll be, implementing some of its suggested material, and I'll be doing that. I'm going to do an update about that as well, actually. Here in the future. So look forward to that. But I just want to let you know, for 5 days I didn't hear music. This is day 6, no music. Going into phase 2, it's important to break that mindset. It's important to get out of that just basic survival mentality. So I'm going to leave you with this. Music, baby. Phase 2. Keep pushing. I'm gonna talk to you later. I gotta go talk to this gal.